into Fraggy. Early on, Fraggy gets punished for diving in really heavily, and now GamersOrigin is going to be coming out with another 6 versus 5 opportunity, and really not much in the way of pressure on Dixie Dix here at the top, getting exactly what he needs here on Genji, as the rest of GamersOrigin just rolls right into NIP. This defense so far, not really working out for them, despite Zappis' best efforts with that last pulse bomb.
Oh, nice pulse bomb, connected by Zik there, and really that initial, or that secondary engagement started off with Zik just pulling so much attention to the cave area there. Now, we do have Zappis caught out. He will go down, and this is the Nano Blade coming out from Linkser earlier on.
And the Nano Blade goes off, it does get a little bit, but not as much as it would have had if not for the Transcendence. Still though, the next fight is underway. NIP looking to hold. They drop the sound barrier and move right in. And the sound barrier trying to deal with Dixie Dix as he picks up another 2. So GamersOrigin able to deal with that sound barrier, clean things up, and this payload will cruise to the second point. And I gotta say here, for NIP, they have the Transcendence up. They can move right in with the heavy dive, and you gotta think that's what they're gonna be looking for. They're still a little bit spread out right here, but with a full 6, attack visor on deck, the final visor away, but no, Poco getting just taken down. No, he wins versus Fraggy in the back. He is able to win that at 20 HP, and GamersOrigin now with a real chance of bringing this in.
NIP tried to go for that swap off. Himsy going on to D.Va to deal with Poco there, but unfortunately he found his opening, and now he's starting to really light them up, taking out Zappis, and now time is ticking down. NIP, they're getting the staggered respawns here while they're just focusing down that D.Va. Himsy will go down.
Himsy goes down, and GamersOrigin so close to pushing this one in. Poco just cleaning up every member of NIP as they roll back in. Linkser, last moment Dragon Blade, aided by Transcendence. This combination could push GamersOrigin off. They're not on the payload. They cannot retreat for too long, but they get right back on even as time ticks down. NIP still in desperation here, trying to delay this out, but they're getting the kills they need to do just that. GamersOrigin, they're so close yet so far.
Yeah, especially that respawn distance. Talk about far at this point. It feels like miles, and now Dixie Dix and Noki, though, coming on in. Linkser goes down.
It's Dixie Dix showing up out of nowhere with 3 kills, making 4 dash resets for days on the payload. It was looking like NIP might have held here, but with the power of Dixie Dix on their side, GamersOrigin is able to push that in towards the very end, and that is going to give NIP a bit of an advantage coming in here. So GamersOrigin, again, a bit on the hot seat. Zik, pulse bomb at the ready, looking for a target. Lobs it right in, doesn't connect. Zappis, meanwhile, doing work into the back. A tail of 2 tracers with Zappis, right now doing more. NIP not going down quietly here on Route 66 just yet. They should be able to punch this one right in.
Just in the nick of time, 20 seconds left. They will get that first checkpoint, taking it into the second phase now here on Route 66. GamersOrigin, though,
still at 6 players, but now the Blade is coming up from Linkser. Both Genjis unleash the Blade, but the sound barrier is going to be making Linkser's life a little bit rougher here. He has to back out immediately, doesn't get as much as he wants, but while all that is going on, you might have been looking at the Blade, but they weren't looking at the dive from Fraggy and Zappis, able to cleave through the back line and give NIP an opening that they desperately needed.
Yeah, timing was so unfortunate. Noki was about 95% towards his ultimate there when the Blade came on out, and as soon as it did, I believe it was Best dropped first.
It has been somewhat tortured and back and forth. Still though, they are almost to that yellow box of victory. Best down immediately, a 6v5 opportunity presenting itself. However, Poco is going to be the one to watch here. Has an attack visor, looking for the high ground and has it. Just lays in the visor immediately, but not able to finish a kill. Linkser coming in from the side, stopping that in its tracks. And NIP with a great opportunity now to finish things out with the time advantage.
Yeah, Linkser's got the Blade, got 2 kills. That's both supports down, and Best with the Orb of Discord on him. Even though you got 1,000 HP, you burned through that real quickly. Poco did swap off onto that D.Va, but he's going to immediately go down for his efforts. Dragon Blade not even to come out for Dixie Dix, and here's just the final attempt to try and delay.
Well, the delay is coming out here, but NIP is feasting on the corpses of GamersOrigin here. This is, of course, the last moment stall that we see so often, but Zappis more than happy to mow down player after player there towards the end. And NIP, despite a little bit sleeping GamersOrigin player here in the back, gonna get woken up, and is he gonna get out? No, the on a grenade stops him from healing up the way he'd like to, and now GamersOrigin, time running out, overtime about to be in progress. They have to take a 5 versus 6, and with losing Zenyatta early on, this is gonna go from bad to worse. Here comes the Nano Boost in, we see Himsy diving right into the fray. Pulse Bomb connects, and all of a sudden it is Zik, creating a moment of hope here perhaps, but Linkser trying to remove that hook immediately as both teams contest the payload.
Yeah, it's just down to this Genji so far. We do have Linkser with that Dragon Blade trying to get that final frag here, and there it is. He will go down. And so, NIP able to regain their footing here on the defense and put a stop to them just as they hit that bend.
This is really good.
Way trying to create some openings for the team there. Now, they are on the point contesting right now, 45 seconds left, and Himsy starts it off, taking out Ben Best, and that's huge.
Ben Best was a little bit far out, does not get the support he needs, and NIP just a little bit away now from bringing this one right in. They have a 65 opportunity. You see Zappis working his way around the flank. You have the Winston coming in from the front. This is very difficult here from GamersOrigin. The Pulse Bomb goes out, and it's Linkser. Dash resets coming in, taking out 2 more key parts of GamersOrigin, and this is all over but the crying. NIP will take Route 66 away from GamersOrigin.
Zappis just did a great job of drawing the attention away from the payload and making sure that they couldn't turn a blind eye to him. They had to pay attention. I mean, he's been really coming alive, especially on their...
rotate around, and maybe you guys move into us and we punish, but neither team going in too quickly here. But now the engagement is underway, and it's going to be GamersOrigin. 2 quick kills. They punish the dive and duo of Fraggy and Linkser, and it's clean. That's 3 early kills here for GamersOrigin, and it leads to a very quick take.
Yeah. Doesn't look like he's going to have enough time. He's 20% away. If they can protract this team fight long enough and just survive, they'll have that transcendence to just try and finish this out. But Zuppe has one of his own.
Zuppe certainly does as well. He's going to be transcending early on in this fight just to keep NIP healthy. GamersOrigin gonna have to work around this. They have a Transcendence of their own, but it's late. Ben Best is already dead before the Transcendence comes out. He was way far away from the supports. We'll see if they can even that. Fraggy goes down. All Winston's off the field as both teams look to get on this point, but it's NIP holding strong with the advantage, and it's Linkser and Zappis just cleaning up the scraps here as GamersOrigin is now in last moment stall mode.
Yeah, there's nothing else left for them here. We do have the tactical visor coming out from Himsy, and that's what you want to close it out. And that last frag onto Ben Best. NIP with the opening volley here up against Game
on the courtyard. Winston's doing the baiting dance. Dixie Dix looking for rockets to the back line. Not quite going to be able to get a pick-off or knock-off there, but the Pharah has created a lot of space control here for GamersOrigin. NIP had to take shelter into the right building.
Yeah, because they did. They all kind of clumped up into one area. Linkser finally answers on back. He's the one on Soldier 76, but he does go down to Ben Best. And talk about compositions, NIP here, Himsy has swapped off onto that Diva, so they're not playing that typical 3-2-1 that we've been seeing so far.
Just a little bit of spitting. It's still good. It's still... as both teams using both support ults early on in this fight.
Yeah, the longer this fight goes on, the better for GamersOrigin at this point. They're so close. They're at 80% now, and with those frags, it's going to force back NIP. And pushing forward, NIP don't have too many impactful ultimates to work with. Fraggy does have that primal rage, but he just used it. Himsy got demeched here. He will have a self-destruct for the next fight, but that's really it.
That was the window for NIP. They entered into an ultimate showdown, and they lost. And all the ultimates had faded. GamersOrigin kept control of the point, and Poco with the tac visor will relentlessly mow down anyone else dare attempting to delay.
Yeah, that Pharah just doing so much work.
Either way, the first fight here is underway, and Fraggy going very deep early on and getting punished just as quickly. Linkser and Fraggy, one thing we had to note about this dive is that they're really far out from the rest of the NIP squad. NIP is all the way back, Linkser and Fraggy all the way in the front, and I feel like they're not making it as decisive as a dive could be.
They're already immediately pushing out 95%, but Sound Barrier is used by GamersOrigin.
Both teams dropping the beat. They're both all in, and NIP, despite the slight disadvantage early on, they clean up. It's a very late Dragon Blade from Dixie Dix, and though it's picked up 2, now 3, it still actually might bring this one back, but it's certainly a bit late to the party as GamersOrigin fighting for their lives, and just not quite enough as NIP 1 round away from booking their ticket into the semis.
Yeah, Dixie Dix was so close to swinging that back in there. But at this point, GamersOrigin have so much time to work with.
Goodbye, Poco. Fraggy sending you on a one-way trip to the pavement. Good knockout coming up there from Fraggy, and that wasn't even primal base. That was just him landing in a stylish way. Still, though, NIP getting wounded here, left, right, and center. They are losing the poke battle, and GamersOrigin is bringing this one right back. Who needs a soldier anyways?
Yeah, Ben Best coming on. That's going to be his 3rd frag of this fight, and now it's in overtime. It's ticking down, and there's no one from NIP even close. And so, we're taking it to map number 5 now here on Lijiang.
Neither one to go in early as Himsy, lucky not to die, eats a Helix Rock and just barely gets out of that. Yet, we see NIP going in right after, and I don't think they realized how out of it Himsy was there as Poco piles on in this fight. NIP start diving in there right as Himsy was trying to back up and get healed, and that was not on the same page.
Or GamersOrigin.
GamersOrigin now on the verge of taking this map, forcing map 3, but NIP, they're opening up the barrier, they're diving right in. Linkser still has that blade in reserve. Sound barrier comes out from GamersOrigin, so Linkser has to hold it, but no! Taken down by Poco, drilled by the tactical visor, and Poco out for blood, getting the targets he needs. He said he had them in his sights, he was not lying. NIP on the verge of being brought to a 3rd map.
How fitting, as I believe every single match so far for NIP has gone to the 3rd map. But we do have a last-ditch effort coming out from Linkser, but he's going to get dropped down. Poco to finish that off.
Well, the blade finally comes out for Linkser, but that was pretty much a 1 versus all situation and wasn't quite going to work out for him. So GamersOrigin staying alive, bringing NIP to a map.
It's actually Fraggy who jumps back, receives that biotic nade, and great sleep dart comes out. BenBest will be woken up, and he survives, but now Dixie Dix comes in, takes out Zuppa.
That was really tough for NIP. They had a good sleep there, but they went for the kill on the sleep, but they weren't able to finish it off instead of just going for the rest of the people. And GamersOrigin taking advantage of that just error in execution from NIP. This is a remarkably quick take here on Hanamura. And the danger here for NIP is that when you get taken on that quickly for point A on assault, oftentimes defending point B can be difficult. So a tide is coming now for NIP.
Yeah, Zik, he's almost got that pulse bomb.
But it's working out. You take a look, they're not really getting poked down that much. They're forcing NIP back, so NIP, they get demeched. They give up positioning here, and the visor is out. This is the flood from GamersOrigin. Momentum from 1st, carrying into 2nd, and because NIP couldn't hold the high ground here, now they're in danger of giving up 2nd very quickly.
Yeah, Zik tried to go for that predictive pulse bomb there, but didn't quite work out. Here's the nano visor coming on out. Himsy trying his best to keep him alive, but Dixie Dix will finally clean up that soldier.
He's going to clean that up, and GamersOrigin piling on right now. It's already desperation time for NIP, and barely any time has elapsed. Dixie Dix to clean up on the blade right into the back. They're just trying to deal with the NIP stall. Now, they did lose Poco. Poco wasn't able to really camp up towards the high ground, so this is the opportunity for NIP to bring this back, and off of Fraggy's tank play, they are starting to climb this mountain where this last point can get very stall heavy, and unless it's flawless, you can let a team back in. And NIP, though it might not look like it, is starting to get there, but Zix moving in and keeping the hope alive for GamersOrigin.
Yeah, but now both the army is back. Linkser had swapped off onto that Mei, taking out Zik, and they will force them back. But one of the most important points there, early on in the fight, we saw that Poco was able to get the high ground advantage. They are working towards another tactical visor, trying to gain control of the high ground. Poco taking out his counterpart. Linkser is down, but Dixie Dix has dropped low, and he's got to be careful.
It's a good early pickup to get Linkser, but more work has to be done, especially with what they're working with. But Poco making a case for himself. 2 kills unaided by the visor with a visor in reserve. Now NIP getting serious. They drop the barrier to deal with the visor, and they throw out the self-destruct, completely disrupting GamersOrigin's flow. They all have to dive off, and yet they are healthy. They avoided it, and they're starting to pile on. So in a case where NIP was looking very strong to start this fight, they've given up some of their advantage and opened the door for GamersOrigin to possibly, maybe, come in and take the point here. Still though, there's a way to go.
Yeah, Poco has that high ground position once again, but it was the blade coming out from Dixie. Dixie picks up 2, and now with 4 members down, it's taking up. There's no one on the point. GamersOrigin will complete this out with 3 minutes and 58 seconds left.
Boy, that escalated quickly. Seriously though, that was a case where that shouldn't have gone down the way it did for NIP, where they heavily on the gate, and Zik just a little bit far out. So now NIP is in a really good position to get onto this point and apply pressure to GamersOrigin, where, Fraggy, that's not the nap you want to take. Do not sleep on the jump. He's taken down. And suddenly, GamersOrigin, even though they're on the back foot and the Transcends is out, well, no, there's not any hope anymore.
No, not anymore. Picking up all those frags. It's just Zik here left. Now, actually, he went down earlier on, so it's just Dixie Dix. So, NIP will be able to secure the point. They'll have 6 minutes on the clock. But things they're not able to snowball the way that GamersOrigin did. Like, they had the advantage pushing in when they did on the offensive.
All hands are on deck. You gotta expect NIP is gonna take advantage of this pick.
Oh, Ben Best going up top there. Orb of Discord immediately on him. They're gonna engage with that sound barrier now. It is answered in kind on the side by NIP, but here's the tactical visor coming on out.
Tactical visor coming on out. NIP in a great position here. No one has died here so far. Poco is down, and NIP piling on here. The Transcendence is out just to make sure no one dies. A little bit delay coming out here from Ben Best, but he is under assault from so many sources. His life bar just melting, courtesy of the Discord Orb. And NIP with 2 ticks. 3 minutes left. They are not going down quietly into this good night. They just need a little bit more to even the score here with GamersOrigin.
Yeah, they're just about 10% away from being able to take this on over to the time-based portion. Linkser and Himsy just cleaning on up now as they are staggering on to the point. They're able to make it with that maze, so a little bit more delay coming on out.
Poco's just saying, you know, chill out a little bit. We're not out of this here, even though everyone is dying. It is delay that is endemic to Hanamura, but finally, things chill out just a bit, and NIP will force us into some extra round.
1 minute 24 seconds, but Himsy getting the frag on the Noki. That's huge.
That was really big for Himsy there. The tracking was where it needed to be. They get down the Lucio. They open up the 6v5, and it is fireworks across the board. Ben Best blown up courtesy of Zappis, and better late than never. NIP, their patience paying off. They're going to take the first point, and they're going to have about a $130 to spare as they move into second.
And yeah, this is exactly the situation you were talking about that they want to be in, right? They've got the ultimate advantage. This is waiting for either a Dragon Blade or someone else to come get a little bit too aggressive here. Now, Sound Barrier is going to be used by NIP.
NIP, this is their moment. They are all in. They supplement the sound barrier with the Transcendence. They still have a full 6 up. GamersOrigin, they haven't been able to find a good area to use attack visor. Poco finally uses it, but just gets destroyed by Linkser in the back. And NIP, have they found the right way in? GamersOrigin now stuck. Trying to stall out. Dixie Dix, Desperation Dragon Blade coming out. The nano boost is on him, but he dies immediately. NIP with the punish. 2 ticks to their name, and they are not stopping here just yet, Jameson.
Yeah, they continues for sure. Deflect. Linkser dropped down to 1 HP, and Zik will clean that up. But still, they have maintained their presence on here. Zappis picking up a triple kill.
Zappis picking up a triple kill, but now GamersOrigin actually could delay this out. They have respawns coming back in. NIP is not at full strength anymore, but they are cleaning up the people that get back onto that point. They are thrown off. They get a little bit more progress, and yet respawns are coming in, so this could still go either way. NIP is certainly in a great position here. Himsy, uncontested to the back. It is his own personal shooting gallery, and respawns for NIP have come in. They are feeling much better about the situation as GamersOrigin desperately tries to avoid the inevitable.
Yeah, I believe you mentioned it yesterday on stream. Tracer, just one of the best garbage heroes, just the garbage man, cleaning up all the trash. They come in, littering the point 1 by 1 there. So NIP, even though they only had 2 minutes and 38 seconds to burn, but they were able to pick up that kill onto Fraggy. He is that Winston, so he should be able to make it back to the point pretty quickly. Zappis picking up the kill on Hip now.
And now for NIP, this is just struggling to get back control. They still have the possibility of flipping this back, but it's certainly GamersOrigin in the driver's seat, and you can't have that happen in Tracer v Tracer. Zik moving in, punishes Zappis, and now with the attack visor being used, this should be GamersOrigin's point. However, it's worth noting that it's a minor victory for NIP that the attack visor got used here, and not on point B where GamersOrigin is soon to go.
Yeah, it does diminish that snowball pretty heavily there. I mean, NIP definitely had an opportunity.
Trying to counter dive this too hard. They're just being spread out, using the architecture of Hanamura to their advantage, and it's actually working out here. Yes, they lose Zappis, but GamersOrigin has a way to go. That said, they are getting in. Poco on the visor, finds 2, just casually walks forward and gets the people he needs, and suddenly NIP now in a boatload of trouble when things were just tranquil a moment ago. Now they have to delay, but I'm not sure the delay's gonna come in time. It does not. GamersOrigin, 1 more attack away from adding a 5th point. Now,
right now might be able to catch them off guard, but Poco just getting free fire off Himsy in the 1v1 duel, but there it is. He comes on in, and now Linkser jumps in with that Genji. Hasn't spotted anyone out quite yet.
Well, Linkser was looking for Poco, and Poco just hightailed it out of there. He wanted more protection. Now it's going to be GamersOrigin coming back in, and Zappis gets dunked on by the Helix Rocket. Poco is right there, and now GamersOrigin getting a full team wipe at NIP's expense. NIP now in the hottest of seats as they try to force a tiebreaker into Oasis. So a little bit slower. They know that they have time to give here in this case. They know that just getting 1 or 2 kills will be enough. And Fraggy already falling. It's the dive from Fraggy and Zapdos that gets punished. And now it's down to the final 4 members of NIP to bring this back. But that number is quickly decreasing, Jamerson, as this is looking to be a rout for GamersOrigin. The counter initiation of NIP was not good. They give up the tick with ease, and GamersOrigin is going to move on here on Overwatch Contenders Qualifier Day number 2.
Oh, that was